How to know your calling from God. Discovering your life's purpose. Understanding your calling from God involves recognizing two types: our ultimate calling and specific seasonal callings. Our ultimate calling as Christians is to glorify God in everything we do. The Bible is about exalting God through His work in saving people. God created us to glorify Him, and this is our primary purpose. Our focus should be on glorifying God in whatever season or situation we find ourselves in. Beyond our ultimate calling, God gives us specific tasks. These can be temporary or last a lifetime. Examples include becoming a pastor, a mother, a doctor, or an accountant. To discover your specific calling, consider these two questions. What do you enjoy doing? God often reveals our calling through our desires. For example, Paul loved to preach, which was his calling. However, if your passion doesn't benefit others, it's just a hobby. What do people need that you can offer? Your calling should meet a need in the world or your community. If it benefits others and you enjoy it, this is likely your calling. If it's only enjoyable to you but not beneficial, it's a hobby. If it benefits others but you don't enjoy it, it's just a job. A true calling is where your passion meets the world's need, creating spiritual fruitfulness. It's not necessarily financially rewarding, but will always be spiritually impactful. Your calling will be confirmed by others in your community or church. As stated in 1 Timothy 4:14-16, community affirmation is crucial. If others see your spiritual fruitfulness, they will seek your help and counsel, affirming your gifts. 4 signs that God is protecting you from a bad relationship. Early revelation of character. If someone reveals their true, unpleasant character early in the relationship and leaves you, this is a sign of God's protection. It may hurt, but it's better to see this side now rather than later, preventing further attachment to someone unfit for a godly relationship. Friends and family's concerns. If your friends and family voiced concerns about the relationship and they turn out to be right, see this as God's way of protecting you. Their warnings are confirmations of potential issues, showing that God did not let the relationship progress further for your sake, leading on and then dating someone else. If the person you liked starts dating someone else after leading you on, this is another sign of God's protection. Though it hurts, it's better than being in a relationship with someone who isn't serious or faithful. Unanswered prayers for a relationship. If you pray for a relationship and it doesn't happen, God is protecting you from a less than ideal match. It doesn't mean the person is bad, but rather that they are not God's best choice for you. Trust that God knows what's best for you and is aligning your life with His will. 1 John 5:14 reminds us, if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. Trust that if God does not answer a prayer for a relationship, it's because He has something better in mind for you. God did not allow this creature to enter Noah's Ark. Most of us know the story of Noah's Ark as a refuge from the flood that destroyed humanity due to its evil. However, few know the secret that one creature, the Nephilim, was not allowed to enter the ark. Their wickedness contributed to the corruption that led God to decide to destroy mankind. Genesis 6:2-5 explains how the sons of God, rebellious angels, mated with human women, producing hybrid children known as the Nephilim, who filled the world with violence. God saw the extent of human wickedness and decided to end humanity, sparing only Noah, a righteous man, his family, and a pair of each animal. Noah's Ark was built over 120 years, a period that could have corrupted Noah and his family, but they remained faithful. God specifically commanded that the Nephilim were not to be saved. When the flood came, every living thing on land perished, including the Nephilim. Genesis 7:16 describes how God shut the door of the ark, signifying that His judgment was final and no one could enter the ark after it was closed. The Nephilim did not survive the flood. Their evil legacy continued to influence stories and fears among the Israelites, but they were ultimately wiped out. This is the end of this episode. Follow for more.